You guys. Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Tia Thomas, and I'm coming out of the state of New Jersey tonight. I'm so excited for every one of you that's on tonight. You took the time out, someone invited you, and I know you're going to tell them thank you after you heard the presentation. You may as well go ahead and tell them thank you right now. But let me get this call started and introduce our speaker for tonight. This is a lady that I just got to know, but I feel like I know her already. And her name is Miss Verdita Monk. Her and her husband have been in network marketing for over 40 years, you guys. So when I tell you they know what they're talking about, when I tell you these are leaders and they are 7-figure income earners. So when I tell you these individuals know what they're talking about, if they see an opportunity, money makes move, money leaves clues. So I'm so excited to have her on this line helping us out with this launch call, a very, very private launch call. And I tell you what, she said yes, and I'm so glad because if it wasn't for her yes, we would not be on this line tonight. So Miss Verdita Monk, please take it away.
Wow, Tia, thank you so much. First of all, can you hear me clearly? Okay, you just muted yourself. You just muted yourself.
I can hear you and I can see you.
Okay, we want to see that beautiful face, and thank you so much for that awesome introduction. And Tia, you know, I just want you to know it is such an honor to work with someone like you who has tenacity, who has passion for what she's doing, who cares about people and really, you know, goes after what she wants. That's the kind of people I like to work with because, you know, where we're going to be talking about tonight, you guys, not only is it about something powerful that's going to change your life, but we're also talking about money. Okay, we're talking about making money, and I know everybody is open to that. So Tia, thank you so much for hosting this call. You made your video, and if anyone else on the call is sharing their video, please stop it so that we can go ahead and you know, get this call started. Again, my name is Verdita Monk. I'm out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. I just want to give you an idea of how my husband and I got started with this opportunity that you're about to hear about. It was something that we did not expect. We were contacted by a friend of ours, and he was so adamant about reaching us because he wanted to share something with us that he said was life-changing. We were literally about to go out of town for 6 days, but you know, sometimes when the right person calls you, you got to listen. And I'll just tell you one quick thing that happened to us on the very next day. We tried on this little bitty patch. It's about the size of a quarter. You're going to hear more about it in a minute. But we put this patch on our bodies because he just told us to do it. And my husband, you know, it was really quiet in the room. I'll just say that it was really quiet in the room because you know, my husband snores. I mean, he's a chronic snorer, snore like a bear. And I thought maybe he had died or something. I'm just being honest. And so that night he did not snore. That was back on November the 11th, and he has not snored since. I just wanted to get your attention because what you're about to hear is something that people turn to when they have no other options. When they have no other option, guess what? They turn to this technology that you're about to hear from. So what I'm going to do is get right into this presentation because we have a whole lot of information to cover. And I'm going to, you know, move this screen forward. So the question of the night is, have you been patched? You know, somebody may, like Tia, maybe like Larease, may have exposed you to this technology, and you have experienced some of the things that we've experienced, but some of you have not been patched yet. But we're going to give you the opportunity to do that. Now, we do have one person who's just come on the line, and we need you to mute yourself because this call is recorded. And so we're going to tell you what this patch can do for you. So if you want to take notes, you can, but once again, the call is recorded. But why? Why are people concerned about stem cell technology? And specifically this particular patch, we call it the X39 stem cell activation patch. Now, I'd heard about stem cells before, but all I've ever known about with stem cells was when people like Christopher Reeves, or, you know, just some people that were in some situation that they had to get an injection. And that's all I knew about stem cells was injections. And people who were willing to get an injection was so sick or so messed up that they would pay a fortune, somewhere between $5,000 and $25,000 and sometimes $100,000 to get an injection because they were in so much pain, or they were paralyzed or something of that nature. And that's what we'd be willing to do, especially if they had the money. Well, the reason we're so excited about this stem cell patch is because, first of all, I want you to know that by the time we get to be age 30, half of our stem cells are no longer active, they're dormant. And see, our body is made of everything, our hair, our nails, our skin, all the organs of our body are made up of stem cells. And so once we get to be age 30 and they start depleting themselves, we are not able to heal as quickly as we used to be. Our memory goes kind of away a little bit. And so by the time we're age 60, most of us will lose almost every bit of our stem cell activity. So no longer with this patch do we have to rely on an injection that, number one, not only is it expensive, it's not something that, the average it will sometimes cause side effects. It may only be 30% effective. So why would you risk $20,000, $25,000 on something that may not even work? And so this little patch right here, you guys, you're going to hear about it more, but it's really something that you can access for about $100 per month. And that sounds like something to me that the average person can afford. So now let me explain how this patch works. First of all, I want you to know there's something in our bodies called copper peptide. They say that's the holy grail of anti-aging, GHKCU, copper peptides. And it was proven years ago by a scientist named Lauren Picard that whenever you can elevate your copper peptides, it will in turn reactivate your stem cells. But see, scientists said that it could never be done. I mean, it was just, it just would never be done. We would always have to rely on injections. Well, I'm going to tell you in a minute about how this came about, but let me tell you what the X39 does. How does it work? Right in the center of this patch are something called nanocrystals. That just simply means really, really tiny crystals. And what happens when you put the patch on your body, it could be on your shoulder, it could be in the back of your neck, or wherever you want to put it, it reflects, these nanocrystals reflect off of the light and heat of your body. We are light beings, whether you know it or not. Because, if you're in a dark room and they put a certain kind of light, or look through certain type of goggles, you will be able to see your body's light reflecting. And so our bodies are light beings. And when it reflects off of the nanocrystals, it activates the copper peptides. And when it activates those copper peptides, it reactivates our stem cells. How about that? And so that's why we're so excited, because this is something that we were told could never be done. Now, let me tell you about the company. Would someone just mute their line, please? Please, everyone, mute your line. I hear someone talking in the background. Thank you. So let me tell you about the company. I think someone just, okay, I apologize, you guys. Let me tell you a little bit about the company that's responsible for this patch. It's called LifeWave. It's been around for 19 years. I mean, most of us have never heard about it because for the first, like, say, 17 years, the person that created this patch was creating other patches, but the company was doing about 20 million a year. In the last 2.5 years since the company created this patch, that's when the company blew up to over $280 million. You can see this growth curve right here. I mean, this is amazing. And so now it's spread so fast in over 75 countries. And so that's why you're here tonight, because it is so important that everybody knows about this. And you may have the opportunity, just like we do, to spread it even more. Here's the gentleman that I keep talking about. His name is David Schmidt. He is the CEO and the inventor of the X39. He has over 130 patents. And if you're like me, I don't really know anybody personally that has a patent. So you know how significant this is, that this man has created over 130 patents. He's a scientist and inventor, and he's a 2-time recipient of the Advanced Technology Award by the International Hall of Fame. Now, you remember me telling you, he's literally a genius, because they said this could never be done before. But he was literally, this is amazing, he was literally commissioned by the federal government because there was this project that they were about to launch for the Navy SEALs. It was, not to get into too many details, but it was very important. And it took him 3 years to create the technology for the Navy SEALs. That's how respected he is in the science world. Okay, so that's who is our CEO and inventor. And we're so proud to be part of this company. This technology is patented for the next 17 years. It was created in 2020, and it's going to be patented for till 2040. There's no other company that can market this product. And so we have the sole rights to this technology. And so that's a very, very exciting thing. Many times other companies may have something like weight loss product or a skincare product or some type of nutritional drink that all are good for you, but you can still go to GNC or Whole Foods or some places like that and get those types of products. But so we don't have what you call a Me Too product. You would never find another company that offers X39. So you're going to hear how wonderful it is in a moment. Now, how do you wear this patch? You wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate your skin, your body. In other words, when you wake up in the morning, it doesn't have to be in the morning, but this is just an example. Let's say you've just brushed your teeth, took a shower, and then you put that patch on right there by your toothbrush. And then you wait 12 hours and take the patch off. That's how it is. You can put it anywhere on your body. Now, in this diagram, you see two places that they've attached the patch. They've applied the patch behind the neck and below the belly button. And that's only because there were all these case studies. And when you do a case study, you have to be consistent. Everybody has to do the same thing. You can literally put this anywhere on your body. If you have pain in your knee, you can put it on your knee or wherever. So, this is really exciting, but here's what's really important, very important. Your body is going to begin detoxing in its own way when you start using this patch. And therefore, you want to make sure you're hydrated, drink plenty of water. If you're familiar with coconut water, that's another option. But make sure you're drinking plenty of water because you want this patch to maximize, you want to maximize the benefits of this patch. Now, let me tell you about some of the things that you may experience once your stem cells begin to get activated. You may experience rapid pain relief. I mean, I run into people all the time. Some people, respond immediately, like 5 minutes. There are some people it may take a day, but it varies from person to person. But you're going to hear some people on the call tonight that have experienced rapid pain relief, and not just rapid pain relief, very unusual type of pain relief, okay? Not exaggerating. You're going to hear some people, well, first of all, that most types of issues that we have in our body, most illnesses are related to inflammation. So once you reduce your inflammation, many of the things we experience are going to go away. So reduced inflammation is something you may experience. And this is based on the studies that and also testimonies of other people. Supports wound healing. You're going to see pictures in a moment of how your wound can heal extremely fast. Energy and vitality. You guys, I'm telling you something. I don't know how I can make it through the day without my X39 because I'm definitely getting up there in age. And I mean, seriously, this is going to give you so much energy. He's going to give you mental clarity, or I should say you might experience mental clarity. Most of us do. It enhances sports performance, as well as faster recovering from exercise. So, and also improves skin appearance. I'm in my 60s now. I'm not ashamed to say it, but I tell you that since I've been wearing this X39 patch, my skin is looking younger and younger, and I get so many questions and comments and compliments about it. And so, I'm just an example of, this is my testimony of what it's doing for me. Now, if you would please stop your video, we would appreciate it. Thank you. You're looking at a screen, and what it's telling is about this lady who's 77 years old, and she placed the patch on the back of her neck. This was in one of the case studies. What happened in the first session was this orange area that you see here is the area of her brain that had a lot of inflammation, okay? In session 2, most of her inflammation had gone away. And then by session 3, guess what? All of the inflammation was gone away. This is a 77-year-old woman. And this is why we are, basically this technology, this frequency that's within this patch is what is causing all this. But I want to make a disclaimer right now. I'm not going to say that the patch is actually doing it. Let me tell you what's happening. Your body is healing itself once you put the patch on. Remember, I told you all this are crystals in the middle of it. You're putting on your body, and the light of your body is reflecting off the crystals, elevating the copper peptides that's already in your body. In other words, our body is already designed to heal ourselves. It's just that we need a little bit of help. God designed our bodies to heal itself. But until this X39 patch came about, we didn't, it wasn't as effective as it needed to be. And so that's why we're so excited. So I want you to know, we're not claiming that the patch is actually healing or mitigating anything. It's just doing what we say. It's allowing our bodies to heal itself. Now, let me talk really quickly about these studies. You heard me talk about the case studies, because when you do case studies, it's an opportunity for you to prove that the technology works. If you have any type of patent, you've got to prove it. So these case studies literally prove that the X39 works. Now, these case studies are also featured on this website, startx39.com. Please write that down, because there's a lot of information on that website. Let me tell you what happened in those case studies. They discovered that the first few days that you started wearing the patch, 4,000 genes began to reset. And like I said, it's not going to happen in one day. It's not going to happen in 1 week. And that's why you want to continue to wear the patch, for a long time, because they say that every decade that you're alive, you need to wear the patch for at least a month. So you're not going to stop using it after a few days just because your pain went away. Within 6 weeks, people's brains became balanced. It decreases the symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. Listen, I know there's a gentleman who is on our team that was a veteran, a Navy veteran, I believe it was. And he had PTSD amongst all other I could go on and on with the list, but that was important. That changed his life. And this can happen in less than 6 weeks. For him, it did. Within 3 months, your collagen begins to increase. The wrinkles start decreasing. Your hair begins to begins to increase. It increases the structural integrity of both your skeletal and muscular system. This is the part where, I'm really appreciative of, because women, as we get older, we don't want those wrinkles. And so you might start looking a little bit younger within about 3 months of wearing the patch. Within 6 months, guess what happens? Your heart begins to reverse in age. I have to tell you about a friend of mine named Jeffrey, who is diabetic. And within 3 days of wearing the patch, first of all, he was taking about 3 shots, a shot of insulin 3 times a day. And his numbers were way up in the 300s. He was having a rough time. Even in addition to that, he also had to wear a pacemaker because of the diabetes. And so after 3 days of wearing the patch, he was no longer, ever since November, I believe it was, no longer having to wear no longer having to take the injections for diabetes, the insulin shots. But guess what? Just about, I think it was about 5 or 6 weeks ago, he went to his cardiologist, and the cardiologist said, your heart was operating at 15% back in November. It is now operating at 100%, and you no longer have to rely on your pacemaker. You guys, that is a game changer. So you see what I mean? Several people on this call can tell you the same thing I just told you. They heard the man give this testimony live. And so when we can help people in ways like this is why it's so important for everybody to know about it. So David Schmidt, the creator, said, it's not anti-aging, you guys, it is age reversing. Now, once again, here's the website that I told you about that you can refer to get a lot more information. There's no way that on this call tonight, number one, I can provide everything about this patch, but also there's a lot of detailed information. We have so many physicians that are in this company because they love this technology. They've never seen anything like it, and they want to see details. They want to see, all the research that's been done. Can you just imagine? So everything you want to know from no matter who it is, that information is going to be on that startx39.com website. Now, I told you I was going to provide you some visuals. This is the really exciting part of our call that I would love to share with you. Now, look at this lady. You're talking about, healing. Remember I was talking about healing from wounds? Look at this lady that had a scar on her face, and 21 days later, look at her skin. It's almost gone. That's unbelievable. Look at this lady. It took her a year for her eyes to stop drooping and her skin to be lifted. She looks so much younger after a year, and all she did was put this little patch on every day. Look at the hair growth that this man on this call has experienced just from wearing the patch. So you guys, this is an example, some examples of what we're talking about, but I'll tell you, by no means are we touching the tip of the iceberg with this. So what I want to do at this moment, I want to bring some people on so you can hear for yourself exactly what people are experiencing with this patch. And so I'm going to stop my share, and I'm going to ask Miss Tia Thomas, that's the voice you heard a little earlier, to come on and share her amazing testimony. Tia, you got the floor. Can you hear me, Tia? Tia, are you there? Can you unmute yourself and share your video? Okay. I'm not sure why Tia is not able to unmute herself, but I'm going to go to the next person so we can keep going, and she'll probably be available in a moment. So the next person I would like to come on and share their testimony is Sid McDonald. Are you able to unmute yourself? Sid McDonald.
Hi, I am.
Hi there. Can you share your video?
Sure. Let me see. Hold a second. All right.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you, Sid, for joining. Can you take a couple of minutes and share your powerful testimony?
Sure. I'm going to be real quick and brief. So during the pandemic, I was roller skating. We were really outside. I know we were supposed to be locked down, but I was outside. We was roller skating and I fell. And when I fell, I hurt my hip. And I went to the doctor a couple of weeks later because I noticed that my hip was hurting, but I didn't think that it was from me roller skating. So when I went to the doctor, they did the x-ray and they said, you have a mild case of arthritis in this hip. And they asked me, did I fall? And I was like, yeah, I did fall, but I didn't think that would be the onset. So I was in pain from 2020, late 2020, like December, all the way up until 10 days ago, when Tia sent me these patches. I put the patch on my hip one night and I woke up with no pain in my hip. And I'm a person that doesn't like medicine. I'm a plant-based eater. I try to do everything holistically. I'm 52 years old. I feel like if I take any medicine right now, it might kill me. So I tried not to take medicine. So I walked around in pain, still pushing through life, still roller skating. But I'm like, this pain is amazing. And I'm going to add this quickie too. I lost my bestie to cancer in February. So I was beginning to, go through a little bit of mourning and a little slight depression. I'm down because I can't talk to her anymore like I used to. That patch, I don't know, it just woke something up that I was just starting to feel amazing. And I told Tia, I was like, Tia, I just feel good right now. I'm still, in a little bit of sorrowful, I have my moments, but I'm like, for the most part, I think you want to call it endorphins. Like, I'm good. And that's my testimony, quick and brief. That's my testimony.
Wow. Thank you so much, Sid. I mean, that is an amazing testimony. And you all see what I mean. Here's somebody that's been in pain for all these years, and then all of a sudden, she's pain-free. This is what we're talking about. And so I thank you so much, Sid, for being willing to share that testimony. I am seeing that Tia is available now. Tia, can you come back on and share your testimony? And anybody else who's sharing their video, would you please stop it right now? Thank you.
Hello, hello, hello. I tell you what, technology will definitely come and show you are not perfect. Thank you guys for being patient. Again, my name is Tia Thomas. Yes, my Zoom was stuck. But anyway, without further ado, my testimony, I tell you what, my friend, Larease Rivers, she called me a few days before Mother's Day and just to check on me. I'd been going through a lot regarding pain and just a little backstory. I, just like many women, had cramps during that time of the month. And mine was becoming a problem. My iron became critically low. It started about 3 years ago. I ended up doing a minor procedure just to see if that would help me. 3 years later, we are now here, and everything got worse. It got so worse to the fact where my abdominal bleeding would not stop from my fibroids. It just wouldn't stop. The pain was just excruciating. I mean, every single day I was taking a leave, I was taking any and everything. My doctor told me until I had the surgery, the pain would not go away. He definitely prescribed different pills for my bleeding to slow down or stop. It only slowed down, never stopped. And then it started to come heavy again, where I was pretty much hemorrhaging. I had to have 6 infusions for iron. I was very scared because my veins had been getting some problems from the infusion. And so I was nervous about the continuous bleeding and the, doing so many infusions. Well, when Larease called me, I was in a lot of pain, and she said, I'm sending you this product to try it. She knew I also suffered from insomnia. That's why she really called me. But when she heard me crying, she said, I got to get this to you. She got the product to me, and I put that product on 6:30. It was I think it was a Tuesday night. I put the product on, the patch, rather. I put the patch on, and, just didn't think anything about it. She invited me to a call just like this around 8 o'clock. And I said, wait a minute, I'm not in pain. And I was like, okay, it's in my mind. So I didn't tell her, I didn't say anything because I thought it was in my mind. I heard some amazing testimonies just like tonight. And that night, went to the bathroom, nothing new was going on in the bleeding department. The next day, I noticed it completely stopped. And guys, it completely stopped. It was just like a faucet. I cried, I laughed. Everyone who knew, I called one of my girlfriends. She knew what I was going through. She cried too. And, this patch has given me my life back. I went ahead and did the surgery because of my iron deficiency. And, I just didn't want to go through anything else with that. My doctor is confused as to how I'm healing so fast. I hadn't told him about the patch yet, but I plan to on my next visit. So this patch has been a lifesaver for me. It's been a surprise for me because I'm not that type of person to just try any and anything. So guys, I'm just so grateful for this patch. And Vernita, back to you. Oh, and the energy, and I'm sleeping well. I'm sleeping. By the way, my insomnia is gone. So thank you so much.
Well, Tia, hold on 1 second, because I just have 2 quick questions to ask you. Number one, I want to make sure everybody caught this. You're saying you had been bleeding for months? You're
Yes,
consistently bleeding like a faucet for months.
Yes, since the end of February through.
And you said
you
could not really leave home.
No, and when I did, it was an accident. Yes.
And then how long did it take? You've only been using the patch for how long now?
It's been a month now, but when I first used the patch, I am what they call a one patch wonder. And I'm so grateful that I am, because it was just gone. I couldn't believe it. I was talking to my husband like, oh my God. I couldn't believe it, because my doctor had prescribed 2 different very, very strong prescription to stop it. And they were clueless what to do to help me, because they said, that's the strongest we have. And so I was very surprised that the patch would do that. But I'm grateful. I am so grateful that it did. Yeah.
Well, I'm grateful too. Thank you so much, Tia, for that powerful testimony. And so you all see, this is what we mean. She sounds like the lady in the Bible with the issue of blood, literally immediately. And so that's why she's so excited. And that's why she invited you to this call, and she wanted to share what's going on with her body. And maybe you or somebody in your family may experience something similar, or just know. We still got some more testimonies, you guys. We got to make it quick. We got Teddy Peterson. Can you please come on and unmute yourself and share your video and your testimony? Can you share your video, Teddy?
Yes, let's see here. Automatically connect. Okay, continue. Okay. Okay, I'm way up
There
there.
you go. We can see you.
Oh, you still can see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay. How's everybody this evening? So my testimony is, I want to thank Tia Thomas, who sponsored me in this wonderful, wonderful venture. I'm a massage therapist. I've been a massage therapist for over 26 years now. And I noticed that while I'm working, I would always get these headaches on the side of my head and on the side of my neck. And it was every day. So I would press there constantly while I'm working just to try to, ease the pain. But it kept happening and happening. So all of a sudden I would get a call. I got a call from Tia telling me about these patches, but I was a big skeptic of it. And I said, here we go again. I said, what is she trying to tell me about some patch? She said, oh no, but Teddy, I'm going to send you a couple of patches. I said, okay, whatever. So I received the patches. And that next morning, I put it on the back of my neck, the C7. And so I'm working and working and working. I'm saying to myself, I said, nah, this can't be happening. This patch is crazy. This is not really working. So I noticed I wasn't getting any headaches. And so the next day I said, this must be a fluke. So the next day I put it on. So I was trying everything to try to make myself get a headache. I was shaking my head. I said, this is not real. So I would shake my head and shake my head constantly. And I said, oh my God, this can't be this patch doing this. Oh my goodness. So ever since I've been wearing the patch, I haven't been getting no headaches. I've tried everything to try to make my headache come along, and it wouldn't happen. So I said, okay, this is wonderful. So I just came aboard right away. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I got my patches. I went to my mother's house. Another quick story. I went to my mother's house about 2 weeks ago, and my brother-in-law came to the house. My sister always come to my mother's house. So I said, where's Nita? She said, oh, she's home with very bad back pain. I said, oh boy, I have to go patch her. He said, patch her? What do you mean? I said, we'll talk about it later. So I went over there, and my sister was literally in bed. I said, where is she? She was in bed. She gets out of the bed, crawling out the bed with severe back pain. And I said, show me where your pain is. He said, I put the patch on her back. If God is my witness, within 15 minutes, the pain stopped. I said, this can't be happening. She started touching her toes. She said, oh my God, I could touch my toes. Oh my God, let me see what happens when I sit in a certain chair. That's when the pain really is severe. She sat in that chair, no pain whatsoever. I said, stop lying to me, stop lying. She said, Teddy, I'm Christian. I don't play that. I'm not lying to you. She was so happy. It almost brought tears to my eyes. Another thing is that I've never had so much energy in all my life. I mean, I'm like Superman. You hear me? I am like Superman every single day. I'm like a madman. So I want to thank her for bringing these patches to me. It's the best thing that I've ever experienced in my life. Thank you for sharing, allowing me to share.
Wow, Teddy, those are some awesome testimonies.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm just so glad you're experiencing so many changes in your life and the people around you. So you see what we're talking about, people, just amazing things that people didn't really know what to do about their situation. So thanks again, Theodore, and thank you for being part of the team. I've got some more. Now, we got more than just pain testimonies, you guys. We got some other kind of testimonies as well. I have a young lady that I'd like to bring to the call. I know her very well because I've been knowing her all my life. She happens to be my sister, and she's literally the one that started this team out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. Miss Juanita Kraft, would you please come on board on this call and share your video if you can? Juanita, can you unmute yourself?
I'm trying. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Well, I'm trying to undo my. I'm trying to share my video, and it's not letting me do it.
Yeah, I know Juanita was having some technology issues earlier. So if you can't do that, would we see your lovely face on this little picture here? So
Well, okay. Well, if I don't know how to do that, I'm trying and I see it, but it won't let me do it. Well, anyway, so first of all, I don't have any chronic pain. But when I exercise and I do certain exercises, for instance, when I would do lunges with my personal trainer, and she's a very tough lady. She makes you do a lot of stuff that you don't want to do. And after doing lunges, most of the time I couldn't walk my steps. I couldn't navigate my steps without having sharp pains in my knees. And so I found myself going up the steps one step at a time and going down one step at a time. And, and that kind of concerned me because, my master bedroom's upstairs and I'm like, well, am I going to have to, if it's this way now, what's it going to be like 10 years from now? How am I going to be able to live in this house if I can't walk up and down the stairs? So a few days, I would say maybe a week later, I just noticed it was gone. I did lunges today, no pain whatsoever. And I just don't feel any pain in my knees. So, but we want to talk about pain. I want to tell you something else. I'm also a singer. And, I noticed that I was starting to have shortness of breath. And what I call this is really just decline in so many different things, decline in my lungs, decline in your memory, decline in the things that you can do, you can no longer do. Most old people end up with, congestive heart failure, COPD, which is what my mother had, COPD. And when I started having shortness of breath, I said, oh my, I hope that's not my future. And I had been taking herbs and things like that, trying to do something to improve my breathing, but nothing seemed to be happening. And then I heard a testimonial about a person with onset adult asthma. And she said that the patches helped her to stop coughing. And I said, you know something? I can tell that my breathing is better now. I can breathe more deeply. I can sing and hold notes without them cutting off before I want them to cut off, right? And so I'm just super, I feel excited that I don't have to have the same negative future that maybe my mother had, that she had to have a quadruple heart bypass. I feel like I can avert some of those health issues just because of this patch. And then I honestly, when I first started wearing the patch, or when I first heard about the patch, all I really was concerned about was, looking young, maintaining my looks. It was more of a vanity type thing. But once I started wearing the patch and I start hearing the testimonials and I start seeing how well I felt, oh my God, I've been looking for anti-aging. I've been looking for anti-aging for years now. And I finally found something that can help me avoid some of the health issues of my parents. So thank you very much for allowing me to share.
Wow, thank you so much, Juanita. Juanita has a beautiful voice. You're going to have to hear it one day. She can't afford to be having to cut her notes short. So I'm glad to hear about that, Juanita. That was the first time I heard that testimony. And thank you so much for sharing. And you can mute yourself now. We have one last person. Last but not least, I haven't even heard this man's testimony, but I hear it is powerful. Mr. James Salter, are you able to come on and unmute yourself? And I'm not sure if you can share your video, but try to unmute yourself, Mr. James Salter.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Wonderful. Nice meeting you too.
Hello, everybody. All my friends and family that's out there. For those of you that don't know me, my name is James Salter. And I have, wow, these patches just been amazing. I fell at work and tore my back up. I mean, I just basically just tore it up. The doctor said that it looked like an S. And I was paralyzed for a bit, couldn't walk. And, I finally came back around. I crawled for a bit. But over the past 8 years, I've been in pain constantly, daily, 4, 5 Percocets a day, barely could get out of bed. I've been praying to God every single day, please bring something to me to help me get through this life. I've actually got to the point sometimes where I just, just didn't want to do it anymore. But Larease came to me one day and said, "Hey, I want you to try something." And it was me being typical me, you know, because I've tried everything. I've actually had stem cell injections. Cost me a fortune, didn't work. And I've tried everything else. I've had all kinds of injections, spinal tap, uh, those epidural injections, everything. Nothing worked until Larease came into my life again with something new. And me being typical me, wanted to pass on it. Thought it was just a bunch of hoopla, you know, snake oil. That's the kind of stuff you think, yeah, a patch. A patch can't work. Patch can't do anything, you know. But I tried it. Larease sent me a couple, and we tried it. And I guess I was just so bad off that I thought it didn't do anything for me. And I was just like, oh, yeah, well, another lost cause. But I had one left, and I gave it to my wife, and she tried it. And within 2 minutes, she actually got a massive headache. I mean, real bad headache. And then, like 2 minutes later, it was gone, and she had total mental clarity. It was like, like a light went off in her head and said, "Wow, the pain in my leg is gone." And I was like, "Oh, stop! You're just playing. You got to be playing." I'd have had these things on a week, and they didn't do nothing for me. I'm serious, James. They work. And I was like, "Yeah, okay." I thought she was just trying to get me, fall in line, I guess. But we decided to go ahead and try it. I mean, I done tried everything else. And so we ordered the kit. I received it. And I tried it for, I guess it, like I said, I was one of them hard sticks. And it took me another 2-3 days. But I started feeling a little bit better. And, I normally would go to the mailbox every night and come back, and I felt like I had been mugged. Somebody had beat the crap out of me. And fall over on the bed and reaching for the Percocets to get one. And one night I came back and, I sat down, and my wife looked at me and she said, "You okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she said, "Well," I said, "Why you at?" She said, "Well, I'm just asking because you didn't come in the house tonight saying that, falling over and, everything." And that light went off in my head, and I was like, wow, wow. God answered my prayers. I'm not in that kind of pain anymore. And from that day to this one, I've just been getting better and better and better. And just to reiterate, that first patch that I tried, I'm believing now that it did work because I had a brain aneurysm. You know, I don't know, it's been almost 30 years ago now, but I lost all of my long-term memory. And God is good because that's coming back. And I think what it is because these patches are so great. My mind, where I had the aneurysm, was what needed to be worked on first before the pain. And that's why I didn't feel like it was doing anything for me when I first tried the patch. But now I do believe that it worked from day one. And I just would tell any and everybody, if you have any kind of pain, anything going on in your life that you need anything help with, I mean, I don't care what it is, try it. I'm living proof. I'm one of many, and I'm living proof that it works. It works, it works, it works. And thank you. And I'm gonna be patched for life. I guarantee it. So thank you
Wow.
guys for listening to me. And I'm here. I will always be there.
Wow. Well, thank you, James. I'm so glad to hear of all of your success with the patch. I hope everyone heard some of the things that James was saying. First of all, you know, he was saying he wasn't a one patch wonder is what he was saying. But then what I appreciate you sharing, James, is that, see, the patch is so intelligent that it knows what to do. He's like, as he is thinking, is that his brain needed the support of the patch more so than the pain of his body. I mean, it could go to your heart. It could, just like the gentleman I told you about that had diabetes and no longer has to have the pacemaker. We don't know what the patch is doing, but it's doing something. I guarantee you it's doing something, but you definitely want to dehydrate, you know, and his wife, the fact that she had that headache, a terrible headache, and then 10 minutes later, whatever, it went away. It was probably detoxing her. So we don't know. It's kind of weird, but make sure you hydrate, as we said. So listen, I'm going to go back to this, you know, to the PowerPoint so we can move on. We've got a few more pages of information we need to share. And so if you be patient. So I know you're wondering, I know many of you are wondering, just like I did, how can I get some of this patch? How can I get these patches? I want you to know it is so affordable that everybody can afford them. Let me let you know that you can get a 30-day supply of these stem cell patches for only $99. But here's some of the packages that we have available for you. Example, if you said, well, I just want to try a few of these, I want to try a 30-day supply. You can become what we call a bronze member. That just simply means you're going to be getting this product at wholesale, but there will be a $25 starter kit if you do the bronze package. Now, if you do the silver package, you're going to get 3 sleeves. In other words, $3 30-day supplies. If you're married, you don't want to be the only one benefiting from these products. You heard James talking about his wife. You both want to be using this technology at the same time so you can both experience it. But then you're going to probably feel like Tia when she sent some patches to Teddy, and that allowed you to have a 30 sleeves that maybe 30 patches rather that you can share with friends and family. And then if you get the gold package, the platinum package, or the diamond package, just know that there's more patches, but those positions allow you to get promoted through our compensation plan that I'm about to explain to you. But all of these packages is basically you're just paying for the patches, how many you decide to get. With the platinum and the diamond packages, you're literally getting 3 sleeves. Like with the platinum patch, it's $999.95, about $1,000. But now you're getting 12 sleeves. That means you're getting 2 for free, or $84 a sleeve versus $99 a sleeve. Where the diamond patch, you're going to get 3 free sleeves. You're paying $1,600, but you're getting 19 sleeves. That's the package my husband and I decided to go for because we had a big vision. It was not, I promise you, it was not even about the money. You heard these testimonies tonight. We couldn't wait. I mean, because we care about our friends, we care about our relatives. We couldn't wait to be able to give them access. If somebody asked me, can I get some of these right now? I have the inventory. And so we looked at it like that. Plus we sent a lot of samples out to people, but I just encourage you to get in where you fit in, get the biggest package you can if you want to help some other people. Okay. And so this is just a little pictorial of the packages that I just described to you. Okay. Now, I know many of you on this call, if you're like me, your family comes first. What's important to you? And in our household, our family is first. Literally in a couple of days, we're about to go down with my daughter and her family to Florida to spend a few days. And so time freedom is very important for us. Security, we're at that age that, you don't want to continue to work. If you're if you are an entrepreneur like my husband and I'm an interior designer, you're self-employed. And so you don't rely on the retirement of a corporation or something. So security, financial security, is very important to us. We love to travel and all these things on this page. Guess what? It takes money to benefit from these things. And that's why we're so excited that we definitely get compensated very, very well just because we are sharing this with people we care about. And so what I want to do right now is I'm going to bring on, I hope we can get Tia back on, because she was, once again, she was having some technical problems. But if Tia, let me see if I can unmute Tia. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not.
Hey,
You
Hey,
did
Rita.
it. Okay, Tia. What I would like to
Yes.
do, you guys, I'm going to allow Tia to come on and share why she's doing this, what her vision is for herself and her family and all of you. And just tell us in your own words, Tia, why you're so excited about this opportunity.
Oh my goodness. I tell you what, Verdita, this business took me out of retirement, you
Can
know.
you show your videos, Tia?
Yeah,
Can
you know,
show your
it's still stuck. So, you know, you're just gonna have to get that beautiful picture of me at the bottom. But
Okay.
it's still stuck.
Okay, that's okay.
Oh, wait, you could, okay, I can share my video. Oh, there I am.
There you
So,
are.
thank you. So, yeah, guys, this business took me out of retirement. You know, I found that all the companies that I was getting called about, they were similar. The products were similar to other companies. It was just like everyone was in the same pool. And when I heard about this, like I said, I wasn't looking for an opportunity. I was just looking for some healing. And when it worked for me, when it helped me, something inside of me just woke up and I had to share it. And that is what network marketing is about anyway. That is what we do. We help people. And for a long time, I felt like I wasn't helping. And so now I know for a fact, just listening to James, listening to Teddy, and there's so many more testimonies that we have so many people on our team, and we're a new team, a young team. And Verdita, the testimonials are crazy. We're going to have to do a call just on testimonies. And so that makes me happy. This is why I'm doing this, because there's so many women that are in my situation. There's so many young girls that needs this product. There's so many people in general, you know, just anti-aging, but this is age reversal. You know, I just know that I'm helping people. So it took me out of retirement. I'm excited about it. I never thought that I'll be excited about sharing a patch, but I am. It's incredible what this business is doing for me, and just to hear the people getting help from it. I love hearing the stories, and this company is amazing. I love the fact that this is a solid company. I love the fact that it's a 19-year-old company. I love the fact that this product is exclusive to us. So it has all the components of what it is that I look for when I'm looking at a company, and it's solid. The leadership is great. Yourself, Ken, and your sister Juanita, the Merits. I mean, it's amazing what we have here. But I promise you, what we do in network marketing is about the product, and we are helping people, not just with their health, but financially. So you can be a blessing to someone and get paid, and why not? But if you are here and you have all the money in the world, please share the information. Please tell your friends and family about this product, because you may be able to save a life. So that's why I'm doing this business.
Well, thank you so much, Tia. And we're so excited about all the things that are happening to you and all the people whose lives you've touched. By the way, Tia is so excited. She got promoted to our first promotion within just a few days of getting started. It's just a reflection on how many people she got her certificate that she's sharing. Thank you, Tia, for sharing. All right. And we have another superstar. By the way, Tia is a six-figure earner in the industry. She knows this industry. So if you partner with Tia, you're going to be, partnered with the right person. And so the person that shared this with Tia that she referenced a moment ago is really a superstar, literally, you guys. And I've been knowing this young lady for maybe, I don't know, 10 years or something like that. But everything she touches turns to gold. I hope she can unmute herself. And I want to introduce Miss Larease Rivers, who just got promoted as well. Congratulations, Larease. She has her team is blowing up. Go, Miss Larease. Unmute yourself. Okay, is she going to be able to? I hope people aren't having trouble. Let's see.
All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can
you
hear
me?
you. Yes, and can you
All
share your
right.
video?
Yeah, give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Wait a minute. T is on there talking. I see her. Okay, here I go. Wait a minute. Hold on.
We
Can
can
you
hear you
guys hear me?
and we can hear you and we can see you. There you go.
What's up? There we go. There we go. What's up, superstars? Well, first of all, I just want to say, hey, I'm super excited for I want to thank everybody that took the time out this evening to take time out of their time, because we already know that everybody's busy, and it's a Monday night, but guess what? We got something that is changing people's lives. So and I thank everybody that I invited. I thank being invited to this situation, because I've never experienced anything like this, So a patch. What do you say? A patch? We're talking about a patch, guys. I have a saying, slap that patch. But this patch is literally changing people's lives. I don't care who it is, what your age is. It's not just age reversal. It's bigger than that. You talking about, I made a post, and how I was introduced to this, I made a post on Facebook, and I said, you never know what a person is going through. I haven't slept for 3 days. I was going through some stuff, right? And I had a nurse that literally said, I want to send you something. Didn't say nothing about the patch, right? Then I had another person that didn't say nothing about the patch. Then I was calling, making phone calls. I was in another situation, another business. And I remember that I had this patch that for 2 years, and I put it on the side. I said, one day I'm gonna put this patch on, right? But anyway, I went to sleep. I literally went to sleep. I don't have any pain. I didn't have none of that, but the mental clarity for me is number one. I have ADHD like you would not believe. And this patch has literally changed my life, and it's changing so many other people's lives. It's not about me, it's about everybody else. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm super excited about the future. And one of the things I'm gonna say, timing and positioning is everything. I've been here before, and I know what is about to happen, because nobody can have this patch. This is a patent product, okay? Nobody for the next 18 years will not be able to have this technology, period. They injections, the stem cell injections, all the different things that they say about it, the embryos, all that kind of stuff, the negative, and they're actually stopping it. So we're talking about something that literally, the nanocrystals that literally reflects the light that God has given us in our life to just pour out to everybody. So that's all I got to say.
Wow. Well, Miss Larease
That's all I
Rivers,
got
all
to
I
say.
got to say, I'm just so thankful. It's my honor to be working with you and you all. When I say this lady is a legend in the industry, and for her to even partner with us says a whole lot. So thank you so much, Larease. See if you can stop your video and mute the line. We're going to try to hurry up, you guys, because we've been on almost an hour. So I apologize for that. And I'm going to move back to the PowerPoint that I was sharing with you, and just let you know why are we so excited. Let's put your business hat on and let's put your servant hat on. Why do I say that? It's because there is a huge potential in this industry. Did you realize that stem cell therapy is becoming more and more important? But you heard, I think it was James saying how he did get some injections, but they did work. But people are realizing the reason he did that was because he realized the importance of healthy stem cells, that the industry is about to explode. You guys, right now it's a $200 million business industry rather, and it's about to explode to 300 billion. But LifeWave is on the forefront of all of this because of the success of this technology. Now, let me just let you know, you're going to be compensated. I told you that you're going to be compensated very well. We have something called, one of the ways we get paid is called a binary commission. And you can literally earn up to $25,000 per week in this binary, you're going to build a left team and a right team. You heard Larease talking about timing and positioning. Do you realize that as you start bringing people on your team, some of these people, the people you're bringing in, they have to fall under the people that are at the top. So that means if this is you, all the people that start falling under you that you bring in and they bring in, and maybe Larease or Tiffany or somebody else on this call, or Tia or Teddy or anybody brings on, they start falling under you. So guess what? You get to benefit from all the efforts of those people. Or if you're over here, same thing, but 25,000 a week just for binary commissions. But here's the part that gets to be really, really exciting. It's called our matching bonus. Do you realize that anyone you personally enroll, let's say if you were fortunate to enroll Miss Larease Rivers, that happens to be Juanita Craft, my sister, who enrolled Larease Rivers. Every single time Larease earns, let's say she earns $5,000 this week in this binary, Juanita, who happens to be her sponsor, will get 25% of what Larease earns just in the binary. That's what, 62, 25% would be $1,250 in that scenario. And then the second level, let's say Larease enrolled Tia, which she did, and Larease will earn 20% of what Tia earns. Let's say Tia earns $2,000 this week. Larease will earn $500, and Juanita will earn 20% of the 2,000, which would be 400. You see where we're going. Then Tia enrolls Teddy, and she will earn 25% of Teddy. Larease will earn 20%, and Juanita will earn 20%. So it's 3 levels of matches, matching bonus, you guys, but there is no limit on the number of people that you can enroll, and to infinity. This part is paid to infinity. We've got some wonderful tools that we have available to you to help you as you do your business. You may want to send some patches to some friends using these envelopes. You can get more information about that. And you can also go to this website called build331.com. This is the website that is going to show you how you're going to build this business. But the last thing I want to say is this. I want you to know that there is a lot of money on the table. And if you're the kind of person that is interested in getting to 6 figures a month really, really quickly, you definitely want to get back with the person that invited you to this call, because we have a system in place. We have some information that will probably blow your mind. That is why Miss Larease and Miss Tia are so excited about not only helping people, but how well they're about to get paid. So we do have something we want to share with you. But right now, we're just going to have you to go to this website and review the compensation plan. You guys, thank you so much for your time. This team is going to make some noise, and you definitely want to be a part of it. But you all have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.